We're on the maiden fishing voyage of the XTR130. I got a couple DIYs I'm trying out. Got my new seat. Everything's going good with that so far. We're not really sure what we're gonna get into today. It's a negative tide, low tide. Next high tide is not till 9 something tonight, but the warm weather. That was other Osmo going off. First time I've used these Osmos out on the water as well, so we're gonna see how those work, and it's just gonna be a good day, beautiful day to get out and fish. Right here is where we were catching all the reds, and you can see that this is a very negative tide. Last time I was out here, this was at least 3 feet underwater. Now it's out of the water. All right, these new foot controls that I got going on so far, oh my goodness, I haven't gone on full throttle yet. We still got to test it on that, but it's really nice. It is smooth as butter. And this is just the first iteration of it. It's just kind of it's a test. I don't know long-term feasibility, but at least in the short-term quick test that I have done here, going slow, it's pretty nice. So let's speed it up and see what it does. Yeah, still pretty good. It's just as good as the other side. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, I might be onto something. I might be onto something, Mr. Mike. I really gotta get this thing situated, figure out how I want things to go. I know I gotta move that. That is not in the right spot. And I gotta move my seat forward. Feel like I'm in my dad's kayak and I'm a little kid. Got my seat too far back. This thing loaded up, it definitely could use some scupper plugs. It does have a little bit of water kind of gurgling up. Not too bad. More so back here, you can see a little bit of water coming in. Obviously, the back's a little heavier because I have the motor and I have the battery and I have me back here. Maybe if I move myself forward a little bit, it won't be as much coming in, but it's not really too bad overall. Sorry about the movements of the camera here. Just trying to get it so you can see. Not really that bad. I got the NK300 going 5.72 now, 7.5, 7.8. Doesn't seem that fast, but it's not too bad. Straighten ourselves up. We got a boat weight coming. Let's see how we do. We're gonna kind of hit it at an angle and just give this baby a test. Hold on, everybody. I slowed down because I want to see what happens. Here we go. Boom, boom. Hey, looks good to me. Water did pop up here. Nothing too drastic. Scupper plugs might not be a bad idea. Now let's see how well this thing really does work standing up. Yeah, that primary stability, you know, when you start moving around, it kind of wobbles, but as you notice, I mean, I can get it all the way down over there. All the way down over there. It don't really feel like you're gonna fall. It just feels a little wobbly at first. All right, let's try to go all the way up front without killing myself. Can you even see me anymore? I'm gonna have to probably fix that, but I am up here. I'm standing. You can at least see part of me. You can see it wobbling. I'll have to do another test where I move the camera into the right spot. Again, it is wobbly at first, but you definitely have to have balance, especially if you're bringing a bunch of crap. I'm glad I have this Panfish Pro here. And I have a lot more weight on the front of my kayak right now. So I'm gonna see if I can adjust this seat a little bit. As you can tell, I haven't figured out the magic solution for these side rails yet. Still, all right, there we go. Let's try this. Let's see if this is good. This cooler is heavy as hell. I got way too much water, I guess. But it is nice, I can stand, I can turn the seat around if I need to. And I think I'm going to do that right now to just set that there for a second and kind of use it as a shelf for a second. There we go. If I fall in, y'all feel free to laugh. I know I would. Now that I'm on the water, kind of seeing how everything gets situated, fits. This is, you know, this is why I haven't ran any of the stuff into the hole yet, because I wanted to kind of get a sense on how everything's supposed to go and what's the best way to put things. Let's hope this is it for today, because I'm ready to go fish, and I am gonna go fish. But first, I got to put some stuff away. All right, I did not put anything in the bow hatch today because I'm kind of waiting to put my computer plate on. I was going to do that last night, ran out of time. So everything's in here, and hopefully it doesn't get soaking ass wet. I do have some dry bags and other things. Brought a little shrimp today, just in case the rest of the fishing doesn't work. Now that I got things out of the way, and I wasn't recording before, I wanted y'all to see, you know, it's kind of wobbly. You know, you're doing stuff, you have to have balance. When you first step, it's gonna go down. Be ready for that. So I'll step up here, I'm gonna put my weight, and then as I'm up here, let's take this out of the way for a second. Another thing that if you're gonna fish up here, you don't want too much stuff in the way, because as you see, it's going to move, especially the farther to the sides that you stand. Now this, I mean, I'm fishing up here all day, not a big deal. I think it's pretty cool. If you're gonna stand up here and you wanna use your fish finder, I do recommend moving it more forward. Trying to step around it, it's kind of a pain in the butt. And you just wanna make sure that you got your footing stable. And if you need, you gotta really be prepared for that wobble. If you don't have good balance, don't bother, you're going in. I'm not sure I got good balance. I could be getting wet by the end of the day. I like my seat setup though. It's pretty nice. Like I said, I might go with a little bit thicker aluminum, but it's holding my fat ass pretty good. I don't think it needs any thicker. I might also, what I might do is put another piece. So I have two other pieces that are smaller. I might put them underneath this to raise it up a little bit so I have a little more room under my seat. Because I have a plan for, so it is definitely, I will say this, it definitely is going down a little bit, so maybe a thicker extruded aluminum wouldn't be bad, because I can't push this short stack back under there right now. Man, did the like hurricane wipe out all the grass or something? Is that what happened around here? Because I'm not seeing the grass that I'm used to. I see little patches here and there. I'm really happy with how these foot controls are turning out. I mean, obviously I have some more work to do with them, but it's coming along, and it's pretty cool. It's gonna be interesting to see the wear on it. Like, that's the one thing. I don't know what the wear is gonna be like. I don't think it's gonna be an issue, but until you try them out and get it done, you don't really know. Overall, happy with the foot controls, really happy with the seat. Maybe a little thicker aluminum since I got a little bit thicker body, AKA I'm fat. I love the tilt of the seat, or the swivel. And this new swivel I put on it actually swivels really good. Kind of surprised that it swivels as good as it does. When I do my final review and the DIY video, which will be coming up pretty soon after the lessons learned from this trip, I'll let you guys know what it is and how you can save some money building your very own extra seat, primary seat, whatever you want to do with it. And it's marine safe, stainless steel, aluminum, all that, and plastic, I guess. But it's really working out. You know, obviously, just like the ones you get from Bonafide or any other company, you don't really know how long they're gonna last until they get out in the water and try them out. But the parts that I'm using are built to last, and some of the parts are, you know, they're already being used by other seats and things like that. So it's not like it's untested. It's just untested in this, I guess, form. Man, I don't see any grass. Every time I get to it, or I think I'm at it, I fish for a second and then we float and it goes away. So let's see if those dark spots up there are gonna be grass or if it's just more illusions. Ow! Well, I can officially say I hooked into something today. Just happened to be my hand. Man, if I don't catch a fish today, I'm gonna be bummed. We got one trolling, finally, fish on. It's been all day. We haven't had anything. And on the way back, I decided might as well troll. And got a nice trout, woo! I'll take it. Look at this bad boy. All right, here we go. You're not super huge, but no, buddy, come on. All right, there we go. I'm gonna be Slimer. Oh, look at that. It is a keeper, 16.5 inches. But I'm not keeping them. Got a little trout over here, baby little trout at the bottom of the channel. I don't think I have to measure him. Pretty sure he's not a keeper. All right, we're gonna show you guys how this thing performs when it's got a little bit of a chop. As you can see, there is some little waves, nothing crazy, but get this back here a little bit. We're gonna go full throttle, guys. And back and sit back and leave on me. I'll go with that. Trust that I'm going 5 miles an hour. It's definitely not any faster than that. If anything, it might be a little slower. The other thing you'll notice as we hit some of these wakes, as we're driving into them or boating into them, the water does come up through the scuppers when we hit a big one. Boom. And it will get you in the face with, a little salt. Not gonna kill you, I guess. And if you're in fresh water, it definitely won't kill you. We'll go ahead and turn left. Does pretty good with even in the chop. Doing a 360 here. I'm still full throttle, but we slow down a lot just because the churn of the water. Full throttle, 5 miles an hour. So I didn't change the height from when I had the Titan X. This is the same height that I had it set to for that kayak. Maybe this one sits out of the water a little bit higher in the back end than the Titan X, so I might need to lower things. I don't know. I do have the live scope garment bracket, so I can have the lift arm in the front. And that kind of, that was my thing. I had my triangle and then that, but maybe I need to come up with a different solution for that because I think maybe it needs to go a little bit lower. We'll figure it out. That's what this whole trip was about today. Get out, get fishing, try out the kayak, try out, how things are situated, how I situated them, thinking that it was going to be really good. But then once I got on the water, I realized I had to adjust quickly because it was not the right setting and the right, spacing of a lot of different things. And the weight distribution, I feel like matters a lot on this. When we first set out, I had a lot of weight towards the forward, towards the bow. And even when it wasn't choppy, I was getting water coming up through the scuppers. Once I adjusted and kind of brought myself forward and brought the cooler to the back,
and everything kind of then settled down, and I wasn't getting the same amount of water up through the scuppers. So if you're getting a lot of water through the scuppers and it's not choppy, it's not a rough day, try you know, shifting your weight in the kayak. Make sure that the front isn't as weighed down, and make sure the back has enough weight in it so that way it rides kind of like a little bit smoother, almost like at a little bit of an angle. You don't want to go too crazy with it, obviously. You don't want to be doing wheelies on your you know, your new kayak.